Hey guys, it's Soda and welcome to another video. Some of you guys may already know this because I have mentioned it in other videos, but I have dyslexia and dyscalculia and was diagnosed with them at a very young age. I've mentioned before I struggled a lot in school because of it, and I received a lot of comments from other people who struggle with it too. It made them feel better knowing they could relate to someone with it. So I thought I'd make a whole video on it. I've always had problems learning, but usually when I tell my friends I have dyslexia, they would have no idea what it is. So I wanted to make this video to help educate people on the subject and maybe help those who are struggling with it just like I did. So, what is dyslexia? Dyslexia is a common learning disorder that means you struggle with reading, writing, talking, and stuff like that. But dyslexia can be very different for everyone. Some people have it worse than others. Dyscalculia is like dyslexia, except you struggle with maths and numbers. For example, I just turned 18 on the 2nd of May, and I still don't know most of my times tables. And it's not because I didn't listen in class or anything. I was a really good student in primary school and intermediate. Maybe not so much high school because I hated it so much, but I did enjoy primary school and intermediate. I always tried my best to keep up with everyone else, but no matter what I did, I always ended up behind. And it just kind of makes you feel stupid and give up. You see, dyslexic people often need a lot more time to learn something that may seem simple to everyone else. Even when I would finally learn how to do a math equation and I was very proud of myself, the next day I would totally forget it. And by that time the class has moved on to a different subject and I need to catch up on that one instead. So it gives me no time to learn the basic stuff because everyone else has already learned it except for me. Unfortunately, a lot of the time teachers don't tend to understand that we don't learn at the same pace as others, and often dyslexic students are seen as dumb or that we don't want to try. But we do. We just need more time. And when a teacher tells you you're just not listening or you're not bothering, it doesn't help at all. In fact, it just makes you feel worse and like not want to bother. And when you're a kid, you kind of see adults as superior and that they're always right and you have to listen to them because they're a lot older than you. But it's not really the case a lot of the time. Adults can be just as petty and annoying as children can be. I mean, have you seen the YouTube beauty community? Sometimes when an adult speaks to you like that, you just think, maybe I am dumb, maybe I do need to try harder, even when you're already trying as hard as you can. And it just makes you really stressed at such a young age. Don't assume kids don't want to learn just because they're slower at learning. Of course, not all teachers are like this. I have had a few good teachers who gave me extra time on tests or spent a bit more extra time helping me, and I appreciated that. But like, once I hit high school, most of the teachers didn't care at all. Another common thing dyslexic people experience is visual stress. This can include seeing letters and numbers moving or jumbled up or being backwards. I remember reading a book with my mum when I was very young, and I asked her, "Hey mum, why are the words moving?" And she was a bit confused, but she was already aware of what dyslexia was because my dad has it. And when my dad was a kid in school, no one even knew what dyslexia was. It didn't even have a name, so it was a lot harder for him to get help as a kid. And he still struggles a lot with it to this day. I cannot read dictionaries. I hate them. When I open a page and see so many words, my brain just can't handle it. And I just can't make myself focus on reading some words when there's so many. It's kind of hard to explain it, but when I look at so many words, I see them flashing. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it's really weird. I don't tend to see words moving anymore, but I still see them flashing, and I still hate dictionaries. And maps. What a nightmare. Don't know if you guys ever heard of it before, but we used to have paper maps. Horrifying, I know. Thank God for Google Maps though. When I was young, I actually really loved writing stories. I was always told I was good at creative writing, but after I would read back what I wrote, even I couldn't understand some of my own writing. I often would mix up words or just end up spelling something completely wrong or backwards. Even if I actually know the spelling, sometimes I just write it wrong, which I still do a lot when I'm typing. I make a lot of spelling errors in some videos and often people will point it out to me. And it just feels embarrassing because it's usually like a very simple word, but I spelled it completely wrong. And I cannot tell you how many times I've googled the word business. I even spelled it wrong in the script for this video. Business is one of those words I can just never spell correctly. I think it's just because it's got kind of a weird spelling to it and it's just a weird word in general. Business. I don't know, my brain just doesn't like it. I'm sure we all have certain words that we just cannot spell. Do you guys have a word that you always just forget how to spell? Another thing I can't do is spell words out loud. So like someone asks me, "Hey, how do you spell awesome?" A very simple spelling word. I'll say, "Oh yeah, it's just W E." It's a simple word that I know how to spell, but when I'm trying to say each letter out loud, I find it hard because I can't really visualize the word without writing it down. Despite me having a pretty good imagination, when it comes to words and equations, when I try to think of it in my mind, I just I can't. My mind just gets jumbled up with a bunch of random words and I can't think of one word. Alright, sorry this video is kind of short and I haven't uploaded a video in like over a week, which is kind of weird for me. I've taken a long time to make this video. I started making it before my things I hate in anime video, but I kind of put it on hold and procrastinated a lot with this video. I don't really know why, it's just, I guess probably because it's kind of more personal and I don't do a lot of personal videos. I do want to kind of try and do more. I kind of find it weird and awkward and I don't know if people are actually interested in this, but I'm sure some of you are, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I could help some of you guys understand what dyslexia is, or maybe help those who also have it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!